All right, let's go. This is my first episode back in maybe like 2 or 3 years, and honestly, only my fourth, fifth episode overall. But this is the bite sized podcast where I give my thoughts on movies, TV shows, whatever, in under 15 minutes, just to keep it short. And this is the first episode and second episode of Agatha All Along. Um, I'm actually recording this now after the third one has come out, so I'm just gonna quickly recap this first two and then probably have a longer one for episode three. So let's just get right into it. I was actually one of the very few people who's actually very excited for this. I feel like everyone I talked to were like, "Oh, what's the need for an Agatha show? Like, who asked for this?" But I was like, Agatha's probably one of the better parts of WandaVision. I really like Catherine Hahn, so I was excited for this, and then they added Aubrey Plaza to the show as well, and I love Aubrey Plaza, so I was like, let's go! I'm so excited for this. I would love to see some, some chemistry between them, some magical aspects of the MCU, and I also am curious to see what they do with Wanda, who we haven't seen since the end of Multiverse of Madness. So I was like, hey, maybe they'll bring her back to life in this. So I was looking forward to this. Um, but then after watching the first two episodes, honestly, I was a little bit disappointed. I feel like nothing really happened, and I know it's only the first two episodes, so it's not like, I'm not supposed to have a whole lot happen, but it was just fine. Like the humor didn't really land for me for the most part. I did, you know what? I'll start with what I did. What I did like. I did like the. I think they set the table well. I think the story is something I'm on board for. I did like the opening with, Agatha still trapped under the spell, and it was in Westview, and we got to see all the old Westview characters. We also got to see a little bit of the, let's call it the impact or the trauma that Wanda put on the Westview residents. So I'd like to see all that. That was really interesting. I wasn't expecting it, so I was really happy to see that. Um, I also really liked the chemistry between Aubrey Plaza and Catherine Hahn, and I think it was only the first episode. I don't think she was in the second episode, so I really liked that. As expected, they had good chemistry. They're both funny people. They're both on Parks and Rec, which is arguably my favorite show of all time, top three for sure. So I really like to see that their scenes together. Um, and yeah, honestly, like those are pretty much the highlights of the episodes for me. The rest of it, I don't think there was anything that was really bad. It was just that I didn't see anything too special. None of the other characters really stood out for me. The rest of Agatha's coven didn't really stand out to me. Teen, who I guess I'll refer to Teen, but for spoilers, I guess, for anyone who hasn't been following along, pretty much everyone expects him to be Billy, not Maximoff. I forgot what his actual last name is supposed to be, but basically he's Wanda's son. Um, I wasn't his biggest fan either. I think he was fine. Like, I didn't have any real issue with him, but I didn't really care for him either. Um, yeah, the rest of the coven I didn't really care for. The humor, as I mentioned, I smiled a couple times, but it wasn't really that funny to me. Uh, and I also just thought, it was just kind of bland. It didn't feel as, I don't know what the word is, maybe like mysterious as I wanted it to, because like with the WandaVision, it was like very unsettling. Like you didn't know what was happening, and that was like one of my favorite parts. Uh, but I didn't really feel that with this. But I'm still excited for it. I'm still looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm gonna keep watching it. Um, I didn't really talk about episode two specifically much, but I pretty much my thoughts apply the same to episode two. My only thing I'll say is I expected it to be a little bit better than the premiere. Premiere I thought was like maybe like a 7 out of 10. I was hoping for a little bit step up, but there's actually no Aubrey Plaza in it at all. So I actually felt a little bit down. So that's why I was like, it's kind of not trending as upwards as I want, but I'm still excited for it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll keep this short. That's what I want to do. So I'm just gonna cap it right here, and let's see how this goes. It's my first time back, so I apologize if this is very like choppy or not good, but I'm just starting to get settled into the thing. Hopefully by the end of the season I'll actually be more into a rhythm and it'll be more fun to listen to. But if anyone out there is actually listening to this, I really appreciate you. And yeah, let me know if you are listening to it, because I would love to see if this actually reached anyone, or if I'm just, kind of recording this for myself and no one actually ends up listening to it. So again, if you're listening to this, thank you, and let me know. Bye.